Job chapter 1. Job's piety. In the land of Uz, there was a blameless and upright man, named Job, who feared God and avoided evil. 7 sons and 3 daughters were born to him. And he had 7,000 sheep, 3,000 camels, 500 yoke of oxen, 500 she-donkeys, and a very large household, so that he was greater than anyone in the East. His sons used to take turns giving feasts, sending invitations to their 3 sisters, to eat and drink with them. And when each feast had run its course, Job would send for them and sanctify them, rising early and offering sacrifices for every one of them. For Job said, "It may be that my children have sinned and cursed God in their hearts." Job did this habitually. The interview between the Lord and the Satan. One day, when the sons of God came to present themselves before the Lord, the Satan also came among them. The Lord said to the Satan, "Where have you been?" Then the Satan answered the Lord and said, "Roaming the earth and patrolling it." The Lord said to the Satan, "Have you noticed my servant Job? There is no one on earth like him, blameless and upright, fearing God and avoiding evil." The Satan answered the Lord and said, "Is it for nothing that Job is God-fearing? Have you not surrounded him and his family, and all that he has with your protection? You have blessed the work of his hands, and his livestock are spread over the land. But now put forth your hand, and touch all that he has, and surely he will curse you to your face." The Lord said to the Satan, "Very well, all that he has is in your power. Only do not lay a hand on him." So the Satan went forth from the presence of the Lord. The first trial. One day, while his sons and daughters were eating and drinking wine in the house of their eldest brother, a messenger came to Job and said, "The oxen were plowing, and the donkeys grazing beside them, and the Sabaeans carried them off in a raid. They put the servants to the sword, and I alone have escaped to tell you." He was still speaking, when another came and said, "God's fire has fallen from heaven, and struck the sheep, and the servants and consumed them. I alone have escaped to tell you." He was still speaking, when another came and said, "The Chaldeans formed 3 columns, seized the camels, carried them off, and put the servants to the sword. Alone have escaped to tell you." He was still speaking, when another came and said, "Your sons and daughters were eating and drinking wine in the house of their eldest brother, and suddenly a great wind came from across the desert, and smashed the 4 corners of the house. It fell upon the young people and they are dead. I alone have escaped to tell you." Job's reaction. Then Job arose and tore his cloak, and cut off his hair. He fell to the ground and worshipped. He said, "Naked I came forth from my mother's womb, and naked shall I go back there. The Lord gave and the Lord has taken away. Blessed be the name of the Lord." In all this Job did not sin, nor did he charge God with wrong.